Right, hi everyone, and welcome to the shed. Yes, I have made a decision on the Airfix that I'm going to be building. Actually, I have started it, and that's the de Havilland Mosquito, the B16. I think that's what the number is anyway, if I remember right. B16 de Havilland Mosquito. I thought to myself, yes, I was thinking about the larger Spitfire. But I've been after doing this for quite some time, so I started this. So I started it about a week ago, and yeah, so I've already got some build done here, but it's not a great lot of build. It's mainly the cockpit, which is nearly finished. I've done work painting the cockpit as well, although the colours, I've sort of used my own interpretation maybe a little bit. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you think it's totally wrong or shouldn't be like that. But I think once the canopy's on and it's all in and that, you're just going to see not very much anyway. The instrument panel is not put in place yet, but I have used the decals and a little bit of paint as well. Don't seem to fit that great to me. The fit isn't brilliant, unless I've done something wrong. But I'm looking at it and from a distance, and it looks fine. So it's going to look, I think it's going to look okay once it's in the plane and in the cockpit and the canopy are on and everything looks like that. The one thing that I do have discovered since I've taken up the hobby of Airfix or just modelling like this is the paints. The paints are so much better. Acrylic paints. I mean, I've been using these little pots, these Humbrol acrylic pots. I know they're not the best acrylics out there. There are more expensive ones that are better, but I find these a lot better than using enamel. So I remember using enamel paints as a kid, and finding it was a complete nightmare to get them to look good. I haven't got a spray gun. I won't be spraying any of my model at all. I'm just using paint brushes and that, and I find that the acrylics go on so nicely with a paintbrush. You don't get all those lines and paintbrush lines and stuff like that you would do with enamel paints. It's really quite goes on quite well. And yeah, maybe I didn't take so much time doing stuff like I've just started to do a little bit of work painting on the interior bits where it needs it on the fuselage. So I've just got the cockpit to install, and then I can start putting the fuselage together, which is quite exciting. It's always exciting when it starts to look like a plane, doesn't it? So that's how far I've got with the Mosquito. And yeah, so as I say, I'm not a professional. There's lots of professional builders of these things on YouTube, and they're so much better than what I am. I'm just an ordinary guy in a shed who's not really a modeler, and I'm trying my best. It's difficult sometimes with the painting and small bits, with my hands are not great keeping still, keeping it perfectly still. So I'm sometimes grabbing things like a paintbrush with two hands and trying to get myself on the bench. I can just get down. I have a magnifying glass with a ring of light round it, which helps me a lot because my eyes as well close up are not great. I'm not too bad on long distance, but when it comes to close up, I struggle with these bloody floater things that I have, and that they get in the way at close up, and they cause me all sorts of problems. But I don't want to start making excuses. I'm doing the best I can, yeah, but I'm enjoying it. That's the main thing. I'm enjoying it, and as you said, it's a hobby you enjoy. Whatever standard you are at, you just do the best you can. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, I had to get a few pots of paint extra because I hadn't got them. Always seems to be the way, doesn't it? You no matter how many pots of paint you got, there's always one or two that you haven't got that you need to order. So I did order some paint and got on and did a little bit of painting. Most exciting thing that happened to me this week was the delivery of a new car. I got a new car. It is really cool, And I'm sure most of you out there who would watch this video will remember this iconic, absolutely iconic toy from the 1960s. And it actually, they produced this all the way through to 1980 something. It's an incredible thing that I never got to own. I remember spending many a time with my nose pressed up against the local toy shop looking at this, which was all set out like this. It was in the window. I think it was the gold one they had at the time, which was the one they first issued out because of, I think it was partly because of Goldfinger. The film was like huge, and you know, and so they painted it gold, though some people say it's also because they couldn't get the silver right, but I don't think that's true, because Corgi would have known how to paint cars by then, and I don't, so I'm not 100% certain on that. But yeah, what an iconic toy, probably the most iconic toy there's ever been. I mean, I can't think of many people round about our age that would not recognize this wonderful toy, and it has all the features. In fact, Corgi said it's the closest to the original 1968 Corgi one that they produced, that they've ever produced, and it is just stunning to look at. I just love it. It just takes me back, and I felt like a big kid opening this up. I felt like that little boy who's opening something and he's got this toy that he's always wanted. 57 years I've been waiting to own this, and look at it, it works fantastically. The little bulletproof shield comes up, the guns come out the front with the overriders, you've got the especially the ejection, where the roof comes up and the baddie is ejected from the car. I mean, that was just fabulous. Corgi say it's also their most complicated car they ever built, and they sold 750,000 of them between October 65 and Christmas. It was unbelievable, with a total sale of 4 million of them from 65 to 68. I mean, that's just incredible, isn't it? And it won Toy of the Year in 1965 and Best Boys Toy as well. Fabulous thing, and I really can't wait to get some more, because I have got another, put it back nice and safely, I have got another iconic toy coming from round about the same period, or two actually. I'll tell a lie, two coming. So yeah, I joined a Corgi club. I got a tin, I got a lovely booklet here, which is a reproduction of the 1966 Corgi Toys sort of catalogue. It's got the price of it is threepence. I remember having a threepence once in my hand as a kid, and went down to the local sweet shop, and I was going to buy myself a load of sweets. Which you could get quite a few sweets with threepence back in the 60s. And this would have been around about 1969, I think, when I went. I remember it quite clearly because I had a cap gun, and when I went into the shop, I was going to buy toys, and what I found was a load of caps sitting on the thing there, and in a box, and I spent the whole threepence on caps for me gun. Do you remember the cap guns? You know, the little rolls, weren't they? You put them in and they would come out like this as you fired them. Bang, 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 bang. I was just absolutely, I don't know, I just thought, sod the sweets. I thought, I want these for me gun. And I bought a load of them, and I went round the whole of the street shooting everything I could find. The cats, the dogs, young people, old people, kids, other kids, anything I could see, I would shoot it. It was fabulous. Those were the days, weren't they? Eh? Those are the days when the imagination was the thing that you used to have fun and enjoy yourself. But this catalogue is fantastic, and it's got some great cars in there that take me back. Some of these cars I did own myself, and they were all beat up, you know, because I used to like have all these little games and these little imaginary games and play with them and stuff, and they would they'd all have like personalities as well, like, you know, the racing car would be, oh yeah, come on, let's go, you know, and the little Mini would be, oh, I'm not so sure. And I'd find them and I'd fling them at each other and all sorts of things. It was great fun. These are the things we had as kids, and the memories are just always come back. The circus models were just brilliant as well. And I had a couple of the circus ones. I liked the cranes. The cranes were great, weren't they? You could pick things up and pull things along and stuff like that. So yeah, a fabulous thing, and it's a repro, but it's really nice. Nice thing to own, nice thing to have, and yeah, I really might get into these models, you know, again, just to have a few of them about. I might make a little special display for them in the shed. As the wife says, I'm just a big kid in a shed. Well, from one big kid to another, and I hope there's some more out there. I'll catch you on the next one, where I will do another update on the Mosquito and an update on the next iconic Corgi car coming to the shed. And believe me, it is really good. I mean, really good. Right, bye for now, and take care of yourselves.